Hello everyone, so I'm going to be talking to you about the prevalence of health and a healthy diet and hopefully open your mind to accepting healthier choices in your life and hopefully divert you from potential health-related harm in your future. So to start off, I'm going to be talking about obesity. So in a study in 2019 performed by Chungding and Mackos, they found out that the prevalence of obesity and overweight has doubled since the 1980s, and that now about 1/3 of the entire world is now considered or classified to be overweight or obese. So the reason why that this is important is because obesity is directly correlated with the U.S. top diseases. So some of these diseases could include cancers, heart disease, and diabetes. So next I want to talk about the Western diet, or the American Standard Diet. That's pretty much what average Americans are consuming today. So what does the Western diet consist of? According to Wood in a study done in 2017, the Western diet consists of excessive caloric intake, fast foods, not a lot of fruits and vegetables, not a lot of vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals, and high amounts of saturated fats and trans fats, which are fats that come from animal products. So what can we do? We can change our diet to help us divert from these diseases. So pretty much what I've created for you is a basic framework to help you create healthier choices in your life and to stray from disease. So my nutrient-dense framework that I have found from the World Health Organization in a study they published in 2019 is going to be consistent of fruits, veggies, legumes, nuts, whole grains, limited sugar intake, limited salt intake, and limiting your fat to 30% of the calories that you eat per day. So before I talk to you about everything that is specifically in my basic framework, I need to explain to you something about vitamins and minerals. So vitamin and minerals, because this is a really condensed speech, I can't go through and explain to you the importance of every single vitamin and mineral and why every single one, what it does for your body and why it's important, but I can give you a general idea. So vitamins and minerals are good for you because they help maintain your body's function, they help you have stronger bones, they help boost your immune system, they help repair cell damage and keep your organs happy and healthy. So let me go back into the nutrient-dense framework and we will talk about every single thing individually. So first off, we're going to talk about fruits. The reason why fruits are good for you is because they have a highly concentrated amount of vitamins and minerals. They also have antioxidants, which help fight against disease. They have fiber, which is good for your digestive system, and phytochemicals. A lot of people think that fruit is bad for you because it has a lot of sugar, but if sugar is occurring in nature, it is good for you, and fruit is good for you because it has lots of vitamins and minerals. People probably think that sugar is bad for you because sugar that is from refined and processed is bad for you, like sugar coming from donuts and frappuccinos is bad, but fruit, because the sugar is naturally occurring, it is good for you. The next thing I want to talk about is carbs. So specifically, first I'm going to be talking about whole grains. So whole grains are good for you because they're complex carbs. A lot of people think that carbs are bad for you, again, which they are halfly correct. Non-complex carbs like white and refined and processed, like white bread, white pasta, white rice is bad for you because the nutrients and the vitamins are stripped from it. But things like whole grains and veggies and legumes and starch vegetables like potatoes are good for you. So next thing I want to talk about is legumes and veggies. Legumes and veggies are good for you because they help improve health, reduce risk of cardiovascular disease, reduce the risk of getting type 2 diabetes, and reduce the risk of getting certain types of cancers. The next thing I want to talk to you about from the carb section are potatoes, because that is a starch vegetable. It's different than like your green vegetables. It is healthy for you because it contains vitamin C, vitamin B6, folate, iron, and fiber, which is good for your digestive system, just like your fruits. The next thing I want to talk about, and limiting your salt intake. So the Western diet consists of a lot of salt. So the best way to combat against your high salt intake is to eat whole foods. And then nuts, so specifically, I want to just say limiting your fat intake to only 30% of the calories that you eat per day. Although fat is good for you, I'm not saying fat is bad for you all, because fat helps protect your organs and support cell growth. Too much fat and too much saturated and trans fat is bad for you, which is from animal proteins. So a good way to decrease your intake of saturated and trans fat is to eat monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats, which are come from things like nuts, avocados, salmon, and flax seeds, etc. You can find lists and lists online. So, next thing I want to talk about is a healthy diet. I know probably makes you think of a bowl of lettuce that's boring and not colorful and not aesthetically pleasing and not delicious looking. But healthy food is delicious, and all these right here are examples of healthy foods that I actually eat on a very, very regular basis. But I do want to say that balance is key. This healthy framework is to help you to make some healthier choices in your current diet right now, but balance is key, and balance is good for sanity. So in conclusion, I just want to say, run through again that obesity rates are skyrocketing. Obesity is directly correlated to health-related diseases that are killing a lot of people in the US today. The Western diet is bad. We should be changing it a little bit, so that's why I provided for you guys a simple framework for small but very effective changes that you can make towards your diet, so you can be living healthy and your body can be healthy, and your body will definitely thank you for the changes that you make. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.